On Wednesday night, 3 more first-round games. NBA TV has the Hawks and Pacers tied at 2, with the home team winning each game by double digits. They're at the Fieldhouse Wednesday. Here on TNT, a chance for the Knicks and the Thunder to close things out at home. We have reporters on all 3 series, and we begin the whip with Tracy Wolfson.
James, you avoid the sweep. What can you say about the confidence that Game 4 gave you going into Game 5?
It gave us a lot of confidence. I think we let Game 2 and Game 3 slip away from us, so we didn't want to end Game 4 the same way. And now Game 5, we have confidence. We feel like we should have won in OKC in Game 2, and guys just going to go out there and play hard.
For you in that game, probably not your best performance, 15 points, 10 turnovers. What do you need to do better?
Stop turning the basketball over. Be more efficient. With my passes and playmaking. Get my guys open and just be more active.
Is it so hard though going against a team that knows your tendencies?
No, just be more active. If I'm more active, then it's tough to guard anyone in this league.
You know better than anyone how hard it is to win in OKC. So what will be the key?
We're gonna have to play a great game. Moving the basketball defensively, trying to make Kevin take tough shots and getting the ball out of his hands. It's going to be a tough one, but if we put 48 minutes together, then we'll be all right.
We know that Kevin's our best player, and we're going to always try and get the ball in his hands. But it's important to make sure we're playing in a way that allows other guys to be effective. The Rockets are going to load up to Kevin, and we have to move the ball, move bodies, and give everybody a chance to hurt them.
Thanks very much. We're with Josh Smith, who is coming off a career playoff best 29 points in Game 4, helping the Hawks even this series. Josh, I think what was so impressive was the big plays in the fourth quarter that you made, and there were a lot of different ones, whether it's a three-pointer, offensive rebound. Do you sense that your team is counting on you in those moments to make those big plays?
I think so. I just try to do whatever it takes in order to be beneficial and successful for my team in order to win, and I just try to do the intangible things, that people don't see on a score sheet, but they learn to appreciate it.
Josh, the big lineup has obviously worked well these last 2 games. For you, it moves you to the small forward. What defensively have you done, because you've done a good job of slowing Paul George down, and what have you tried offensively to make him work harder?
Just stand connected to him as much as possible. Making him, have a body on him at all times, using my length and just kind of bumping him a little bit, being a little physical with him. And, whenever I get an opportunity to be able to get the ball on the low post, just not let him off the hook.
Well, JR, how tough was it to watch your Knicks lose this game for a closeout opportunity without you on the court? It
was probably one of the toughest things I've done. Just to be there and not be hurt and not be able to play, it's tough. It's a different situation. Like Stat can't physically get out there and help us, but somebody who can physically help us and who's been helping me, it hurts, because we feel as though the series should have been over right now.
You've had a couple of days to see the replays and to think about it. Any regrets on that elbow, clocking Jet like he did in the jaw there, which led to the suspension?
Yeah, without a doubt. I regret it because, like I said before, it would be over right now, we feel as though with me on the court is the best chance for us to win, and I got to be able to keep my cool and keep my head.
Jason Terry lit it up for 18 in Game 4, and you were not there. Could we potentially see a battle of the benches that could decide whether this series ends or extends to a Game 6?
There ain't no battle. Our bench is better. Everybody know that, and we're going to prove it.
We'll see. Thanks.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, the next game in this Celtics-Knicks series coming your way on Wednesday, and Boston staying alive with the win at home as J.R. Smith sat that one out, suspended. Who's your lock for advancing on Wednesday night? Oklahoma City or New York?
OKC.
A lock.
They're my lock.
More than New York.
The Celtics aren't going to pack an ant. I think OKC is better.
Houston ain't going to pack.
I know they're not going to pack, but I don't mean those guys got pride. You saw, because even though Jason Terry and Jeff Green were fantastic, I thought that Paul Pierce and KG set the tone for the game. And you know what? I know what they're thinking too, Ernie. Man, if we can win this next game, it flips the series. Because now all the pressure becomes on the Knicks. So OKC is a lock, in my opinion. But I actually would love to see, I got to tell you something, Ernie. I would love to see the Celtics win that game, to see how the Knicks do under duress.
I'm going to go with OKC as a lock because you have to put Kevin Durant and LeBron in the same category. We can look at the stat sheets and see that they took a lot of shots, but we'll never say that they're selfish. So he's hearing everything we're saying about keeping his guys involved and making everybody better. And Derek Fisher, you know, the veteran is there with him. Derek's going to be in his ear. So I think he's still going to be aggressive, but I still think he's going to keep everybody involved. And they're going to be at home. And, you know, Baca, he missed that shot, so, you know, he's going to come out and play with a lot of energy. They're definitely going to win this game.
Those are the games that where series could be decided. How surprised are you to see Indiana and Atlanta 2-2 getting back to Indianapolis?
Very surprised because in Indiana, playing on the road a lot of times, you get an indicator. It's like a litmus test, and you see how you're going to carry this the series out. And Atlanta gave you no indication that they were going to come back to Atlanta and play dominate games and play differently. And actually, there was like a different game plan that was implemented in less than in 24 hours, which is hard to do. So for me, I was surprised that Atlanta, more than anything and any other team, was able to. Totally shocked and surprised.
There was something that happened after the Houston OKC Game 4. Of course, Chandler Parsons had a huge game, 27, 10, and 8. But this guy wants a little pound, and Chandler
says, "I don't know you, dude."
Come on, man. You got to get a fans out.
You can't give that dude a dap, man.
Come on, man.
You don't know what he's doing.
He didn't see him.
You don't know what he's been doing, man.
He didn't see him.
So he shouts out to my man I left hanging with a fist bump. Just now seeing.
See, there you
I'll
go.
get you next time.
See, he didn't see him. I told you.
Yeah.
I got your back, Chandler.
I like
Even though you was looking right at him.
You got to get a guy a fist pump, man. Come on. Especially
if you hot, my rule, if you shooting the ball like he was shooting it, I don't touch guys. I don't want to touch no fans. No. I'm just.
You just made that up.
Yeah, I did.
You just made that
I
up.
did, but I wouldn't.